What's up guys, Peepo here again, and today's video is going to be about this. Not the head, not so much the strings, but the actual runners or leathers that are in this head, which they are FireThreads. Hopefully that focuses. If it doesn't, oh well. Anyways, FireThread runners. Play with fire, yo. It completely blows my mind with these things. But to really just get into it, if you're that traditional player, or even if you're a mesh player and you don't like the length of time that is involved in breaking in a pocket, but you really, really want to use a traditional, you don't like the maintenance, you don't like the break-in time, maybe you don't like the length of time that a traditional pocket might last. I've seen traditional pockets last longer than most mesh pockets, but it's all about material and so on and so forth. But so, with that said, if you don't want to have to worry about maintenance and everything like that, what I would suggest is picking these up. These are the FireThreads runners. I don't have the case for some reason. I guess one of the cats must have gotten a hold of it and torn it apart, and a roommate might have thrown it away. Who knows? Anywho, so these, again, are supposed to replace leathers. Imagine that. Me, a leather guy. Most of my sticks have leathers in them to some degree. I might have one or two mesh pockets, but a lot of my heads have, a lot of my sticks have traditionals in them. And for traditional to kind of be on its way back into the system of stringings and everything like that, it's really awesome. And this is a really good step towards that, because people have been trying to figure out how to have an efficient synthetic replacement, because leather is eventually going to give out. Even if you have treated ones, it's eventually going to give out. Any material is eventually going to give out, but since this is a synthetic, it's more than likely going to last a lot longer. It's just been released recently, so rather new to the market. Not a whole lot of people have messed with it, but my main thing is that you should get it. It's between, I believe they're right around $12. Could be wrong for the price, but I have so many different prices that I have to try and memorize and stuff like that, but should be right around 12, if not a little bit more. It's definitely not more than $20. If anything, it might be right around $20, but it's worth it. It is worth the money for these. These are great products. The main differences with your leathers and your FireThreads is that you have, more often than not, it's a very simple process to attach a leather to a head, with your turnarounds and whatever you want to call them. But with these, I believe these are poacher knots. Again, it's hard to memorize a lot of knot names and everything like that out there, but these are basically the same sort of knots that you would use to attach girls' pockets to a lacrosse head. So it's very efficient. This is the way that I like to do it. You can pretty much find this method almost anywhere. It's rather easy. You wrap it around twice, come back up, and then back through those two wraparounds, and you just tighten it. Unfortunately, with these ones, these are from a boy's pocket that I had to fix for him, so the ends I had to cut and pretty up a little bit so that they don't look awful. But more often than not, this is exactly what they're going to look like for the ends. They're going to be, I believe they're about 32 inches, maybe about 30 inches long. So pretty much your average length of most leathers, or even 24 inches, I don't know. But they're about the same length as leathers. They do not stretch. That's the main thing. They don't stretch at all. If you string up your poacher's knot and you tie it off at the bottom, the break-in that you might have happen is the knots tightening just a little bit, but that's it. The material itself does not have any elasticity to it. The prototypes did, because we were testing the core material for it. Well, me and Lauren and the other testers, but he ended up having a non-stretch center core, and it's perfect. These are covered in little grip print bumps on two sides of the string or cord. Um, Even if they come off, the knots will not the knots will not shift pretty much at all. They won't kink or sink into the cord too much like real leathers do, but after having tested it and messed with it a lot, they do not shift with your regular cross lace. More often than not, I would suggest that you get the Trad X kit, which is basically 6 yards of 3mm FireThread cord, which is the silverback edition. So it's white with silver bumps or grip print. Although with the stuff that I was provided with to try and fix this, I didn't really have enough Trad X, so I ended up using regular cross lace. Either will work. If you don't really want to use the money to get the Trad X stuff, cross lace will work just fine. Since there is no stretch, there is no break-in. So with this stuff, you really need to string it either really close or at depth. If you're going to use, now here's the big difference. If you're going to use actual cross lace, string it just short of the depth that you want, because the cross lace will break in itself. Well, it won't necessarily stretch, but it will kink into all of its knots. So it will stretch. The string will stretch, but the cords, the leathers, will not. Although with the FireThread Trad X, if you're combining the two, you want to string this a little bit more loose, not super loose, but a little bit more loose than you would regular cross lace. But all in all, I really like these. You kind of have to do a bit of a wraparound and stuff. You might have to be a little bit imaginative with your bottom attachment, and again with your top you might need to be a little imaginative, but it's very durable stuff. It's pretty much the same material, if not a better, slightly better material. I believe it might be something similar to Kevlar, as the color kind of shows you. So it's very durable. It will cut, and it will eventually rub just like leathers and string will, but it is highly durable, and there's no back. That's the main thing here, is there's really no maintenance involved with this. Once you string it, you get it to where you want it. As far as stringing is concerned, you don't need to do anything more. You might need to tighten and adjust your shooters, but I put it this way: it strings like a trad, plays like mesh, and that's what I like about it. That's the main thing. Like, this is a great way to get people that really want to use a trad into the trad world without having to worry about all the maintenance and stuff. Me personally, I still will use leather, but this is a nice backup. If you want to have two traditionals, I would recommend one of them having this in it, so that it will be completely and utterly waterproof. All FireThread material is waterproof or water resistant. So great idea, Lauren. I'm really glad I was part of the team to do R&D on it, and come to find out that this is the final product. It's out for sale, and there's already a bunch of people getting it. I really recommend it. It does not come in any other colors, which is okay, simply because, I mean, you need to know what it is. It's a good way to show that it's normal. There's other products out there that have the same color, but I feel this is a good way to really show off a new product and get people to notice it. But again, with the grip print, again, this is just a repair job really, so the grip print's already kind of coming off on this one. The grip print stays on pretty well, but even if it comes off, which is completely okay with any of the FireThread material, the base material for these products from FireThreads is still high quality. Like, these cords are very water resistant, very durable. Your shooters are really durable. Sidewalls are very durable materials. It's great stuff for a very decent price. So if you want to get into trads, maybe hit me up, hit up uh, FireThreads.com, and string you up some of this stuff, man. It's really great. So thanks for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed this. Really, go check out FireThreads.com and check out the new traditional lineup that they have out. So thanks, guys. I'll catch you later.